This sample problem is for incomplete and codominance. This is sample problem 1. First, let's begin by reading our problem. A red carnation is crossed with a white carnation. Important information. The resulting offspring are pink, indicating incomplete dominance. The way I know it's incomplete dominance is in incomplete dominance, we end up with an entirely new phenotype. And that new phenotype is a blending of the two parental phenotypes, the red and the white. Both of these are dominant and neither one can control the other one. So the result is that they both show up in a blended fashion. The problem asks me what would the result be of a cross between a pink and a white carnation. The first thing I need to do is establish my allele key. I know that, because this is incomplete dominance, red is a dominant allele. However, I also know that white is a dominant allele. The only way to be red is to have both red alleles. The only way to be white is to have both white alleles. Both of these are dominant. Neither one can control over the other. Pink is therefore RW. One of the alleles from the red flower, one of the alleles from the white flower. When these come together, they result in a pink offspring. Okay, let's verify this with a cross. Sorry, my box is a little sloppy there. In this cross, let's cross a red parent and a white parent, and you can see that the resulting offspring all have the genotype RW, and they're pink, given what we're told in the problem, that red and white carnations crossed together make pink. Now, let's solve the problem at hand. The problem at hand asks, what would the result be of a cross between a pink and a white carnation? Let's start by writing out my parental phenotypes. Pink and white. Let's now write out the genotypes of each of these. The genotype for pink, which we've already established, is RW. The genotype for white is W. Notice we're using all capital letters, because in this problem, nothing is recessive. All of these are dominant. They're just not dominant enough to take over one of the other traits. Now, I'm talking about one trait here. The trait is color. Even though I have these two different alleles, the trait is color. So I want only one trait in each of my gametes, and I want only one copy of that trait. So this parent can give an R or a W. The white parent can give either a W or a W. Let's go ahead and set up my box and take a look at what the cross results are. The gametes from one parent go across the top. The gametes from the other parent go down the side. Now let's do our cross. And then let's analyze our results. I can see here that this offspring is going to look pink. Another pink offspring. So I have 50%, or 2/4, that have a pink color. I also have 50%, or 2/4, that are white. The final part of the question asks, could a red offspring be made from a cross of a white carnation and a pink one? And I can see from my cross that no, in fact, it cannot result from the cross between a pink and a white carnation. The only phenotypes that result from such a cross are pink and white.